Hi Stampers! Today we're going to make a Tulle shaker card, and I got my idea from Sharon White. She sent me this card. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, I fell in love with it. So I made 3 different styles of the same card. So this one, let's start here. This one is using the Birthday Cheer stamp set along with the How Sweet It Is designer paper. Let me show you the stamp set. So here's the Birthday Cheer stamp set. This is the party hat, and then the greeting, time for a spectacular celebration, was the inside of the card. Let me show you. Yeah, awesome. All right, so that was the birthday card. And then this one I used the Floral Romance with the Petal Pink cardstock. And the stamp set, So Glad We're Friends, is from The Incredible Like You, and it's right here. This is also in the Occasions catalog. And then for the butterflies, I used the Butterfly Beauty. This is actually what the butterflies look like. I'll show you up close here. I used the foil and then the basic black cardstock over top of that. And you'll get a large collection of the Butterfly Beauty thinlits. Let me show you here. Okay. And this is available in a bundle with the Beauty Abounds. And these items are carrying over to the annual catalog for next year, which starts on June 4th. But the bundle price will be expiring on June 3rd. Okay, so then this is the one we're going to make today. Oh my gosh, I love it. So it's great for Father's Day, but I thought I'd make a masculine card with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you how to make this card. So here are the pieces. We're going to start with the base, the Whisper White. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of tulle. And I don't know if this is even going to show up on camera, but let me show you the roll here. So I got this roll at the Dollar Tree for $1, and there's 8 yards on this whole roll, so there's a lot. And you only need enough to cover the punch out of the circle that we're going to cut with our Big Shot and the framelits. So I cut 2 pieces of the tulle, and then you're going to need a piece of Smoky Slate. At least that's the color I'm using. This is cut at 4 by 5.25. So first we're going to go ahead and stamp our Smoky Slate piece. So this is stamp set. I'm using the Geared Up Garage. Love it. It's also carrying over to the annual catalog, but it's available in a bundle where you save 10% right now until June 3rd. And you can get the Garage Gear thinlits along with the Geared Up Garage in a bundle together and save 10%. So we're going to use the Smoky Slate Classic ink, and I'm going to take the exhaust smoke and I'm going to ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp off, and I'm just going to cover the whole front of this layer. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Memento ink. I'm going to stamp Your Classic. This part's going to be hand cut out with my scissors. And then we're going to stamp the Classic car, which I think is a Mustang. Okay, so let's grab our Big Shot. Okay, so before we cut our 2 layers, I'm going to add a piece of snail just to the back so I can layer this to the front of the card, exactly right where I want it. Right about there. We're going to open it, and then we're going to take our circle framelit. I'm going to put that right up towards the top. Okay, we're going to run that through. Oh, I got to flip this around here. Okay, that looks pretty good. So there's our pieces for our shaker card. Now we're going to cut out the Classic car. Okay, so now we're going to take the gears part of the collection here for the thinlits. We're going to take some silver foil sheet. And I'm just going to cut a bunch of gears. I'm going to cut the main part of the gears. I'm going to cut all the little ones as well for adding into the shaker part of the card. Okay, I ran that through a couple times just because there's a lot of little pieces in the gears. So I'm going to go ahead and pop them out, and I'll move the Big Shot. And we're going to go ahead and use some tear and tape. Let me grab that. Okay, so on the front part of the Whisper White piece, we're going to take the tear and tape, and also on the back piece of the Smoky Slate, we're going to add our tear and tape around the window. Okay, so before we go any further, this is what I did for the bottom section of the front of the card, because remember, this piece is going to layer over top of the Whisper White, but you want to make sure that you want to keep the tear and tape away from the edge, because we have a little border around there with the Whisper White. So keep that in mind when you're adding it to the base of the card, the Whisper White. And then also we're going to take a pencil before we add our tulle. We're going to go ahead and add a little pencil line in the center so we know where to stamp after we added the front of the card with the tulle. Okay, so let me go ahead and add the tear and tape to the back of the Smoky Slate, and then I'll add the tulle, and then we'll just go from there. Okay, so we're ready to add the tulle to the front window. Remember, you're going to need two pieces. So I have one piece here. I've already done the gray piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this right over the window, and remembering to keep that away from the borders because I cut it a little bit big. I'm going to press that into the tear and tape. Let me get my scissors. And then you're just going to trim around the window. Plus, you don't want any hanging over on the edge, which is right here. Okay, so I think that actually looks really good. All right, so make sure that's pressed down into the tear and tape really nicely. And then you can go ahead and peel off the backing here. This is just going to help secure the Smoky Slate piece to the front of the Whisper White piece. All right, now that the tulle's here, let me actually crease that a little bit better so it lays flat better. All right, now we're going to take the metallic sequins. These are retiring this year. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, these are so awesome for masculine cards. Okay, so we're just going to add our sequins to the tulle part of the card. I'm going to add a few pinches of the sequins. And then I'm going to add the gears as well to the inside part of the tulle, just to add some interest. You don't have to add all the gears, but I just find that it's really nice to add a little bit of different shaker part of the card. Okay, so then this is the second part of the shaker window here. We're going to take our tear and tape off of our Smoky Slate layer. I'm going to also trim this down, fast forwarding that. Okay, so there's the front of our card. Now we're just going to layer this right on top of our base. I want to put my head in the camera. There we go. Right about there, looks good. And then press that down. What's really nice with using the tulle is you're not having to use the dimensionals or the adhesive strips, and it makes it bulky around the window, and it makes it really flat when you're using it with the tulle because you're using the tear and tape. And the shaker window really does work. I love it. And it looks so clean and so elegant, really, with that tulle there. All right, now it's just a matter of building our card for the front. We're going to add our little gears here, and then add our car with dimensionals here. So let's go ahead and finish the card. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back side of the car. And I went ahead and already cut out the Your Classic, and then I flagged the ends. And that's also going to get some dimensionals on that. Okay, so now one trick when you're adding the gears to the front of your card, you want to make sure that even though this is tulle, if you put any adhesive on the back of your gears that is exposed to the window, you have a chance of it sticking to the back side of your card, and that's not what we want. So I'm just going to put the adhesive, which is going to be snail, along the bottom edge of my gears, because that's the part that's going to actually stick to the card. So I'm just going to put this right here along the bottom edge, just like that. Then take my car, kind of have it going up like this. And then take Your Classic, and I'm going to kind of tuck that behind the car, just a little bit, just like that. Oh my gosh. All right, now we're going to stamp the inside. Remember we made our pencil line to where to stamp it. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Happy Father's Day, and this is from the Geared Up Garage stamp as well. And I'm going to use the Memento ink for that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that right in the center of that circle. And then we're going to erase our pencil line. Okay, there's the inside with the shaker window. Oh my gosh, don't you love that card? Love it. Thank you, Sharon, for your sample. I love your card. It's so gorgeous. Let me show you the cards again. Okay, so here's the birthday one. Now let me show you what I did for the confetti. I used the Bitty Bloom pack of the punches, and I used the circle in assorted colors, and the, you know, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Gorgeous Great, Costa Cabana, just a whole bunch of variety of colors that match the designer paper. So I put that in the inside of my tool for the shaker part to make it like a confetti card. So then once again, here's Sharon's card. She used the Floral Romance stamp set, and then she used the iridescent sequins, which are these right here. Just like the metallics, but the metallics are retiring, but these are carrying over. So, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. So that's what she used for her shaker card. And then that's what I also used for mine with the, this is the Floral Romance designer paper with the Butterfly Beauty Thinlits. So pretty. What a fun card. And here's the other classic card that I made prior to the video. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll have all the items listed below. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.